Namaskar. So in this lecture we will discuss some advanced automation functions. In last lecture we discussed our syllabus. Total 6 modules are there. Then we started the first module, that is Introduction to Automation. We discussed definition of automation and then elements of automation. So in detail we discussed in last lecture. So today we will continue the first model. So in this session we will discuss advanced automation functions. Advanced automation functions. So in addition to execution the work cycle program, an automated system may be capable of executing advanced functions that are not specific to a particular work unit. So in general, the functions are concerned with enhancing the performance and safety of the equipments. Advanced automation functions includes safety monitoring, maintenance and repair diagnostics, and error detections and recovery. Okay, the advanced automation functions are made possible by special subroutines included in the program of instructions. In some cases, the functions provide information only and do not involve any physical actions by the control systems. An example of this case includes reporting a list of preventive maintenance tasks that should be accomplished. So any action taken on the basis of this report are decided by the human operators and managers. Okay, so not by the system itself. So it should be decided by human operators or managers of the system. In other cases, the program of instructions must be physically executed by means of control systems using available actuators. A simple example of this case is a safety monitoring system that sounds an alarm when a human worker gets dangerous close to the automated systems. The first function is safety monitoring. One of the significant reasons for automating a manufacturing operation is to remove workers from hazardous working environment. An automated system is often installed to perform a potentially dangerous operation that would otherwise be accomplished manually by human worker. However, even in automated system workers are still needed to service the system at periodic time intervals, if not full time. So accordingly, it is important that the automated system be designed to operate safely when workers are in attendance. In addition, it is essential that the automated system carry out its process in a way that is not self-destructive. So thus there are two reasons for providing an automated systems with a safety monitoring capability, that is to protect human workers in the vicinity of the system, and second, to protect the equipment associated with the system. So it should be mentioned that a given safety monitoring system is limited in its ability to respond to hazardous conditions by the possible irregularities that have been foreseen by the system designer. If the designer has not anticipated a particular hazard and consequently has not provided the system with the sensing capability to detect that hazard, then the safety monitoring system cannot recognize the event if and when it occurs. So this is first function, one type of advanced function. Then one more function is there, that is a maintenance and repair diagnostics. Modern automated production systems are becoming increasingly complex and sophisticated. Thus, the complicating the problem of maintaining and repairing them. So, the maintenance and repair diagnostics refers to the capabilities of an automated system to assist in the identification of the source of potential or actual malfunctions and failure of the systems. So, three modes of operations are typical of modern maintenance and repair diagnostic systems. That is status monitoring. In the status monitoring mode, the diagnostic subsystem monitors and records the status of key sensors and parameters of the system during the normal operation. On request, the diagnostic subsystem can display any of these values and provide an interpretation of current system state, perhaps warning of an imminent failure. Then second is failure diagnostics. The failure diagnostics mode is invoked when a malfunction or failure occurs. Its purpose is to interpret the current values of the monitored values and to analyze the recorded values preceding the failure so that the cause of failure can be identified. The recommendation of repair procedure, the subsystem provides the recommended procedure to the repair crew as to the steps that should be taken to effect repairs process parameters. So the different methods for developing the recommendations are sometimes based on the use of expert systems in which the collecting judgments of many repair experts are pooled and incorporated into a computer program that uses artificial intelligence techniques. The status monitoring serves two important functions in machine diagnostics. One is providing information for diagnosing a current failure, and second is providing data to predict the future malfunctions or failure. First, when a failure of equipment has occurred, it is usually difficult for repair crew to determine the reason for failure and what step should be taken to make repairs. It is often helpful to reconstruct the event leading up to the failure. The computer is programmed to monitor and record the variables and to draw logical inferences from their values about the reason for malfunctions. So this diagnosis helps the repair personnel make the necessary repairs and replace the appropriate components. So this is especially helpful in electronic repairs where it is often difficult to determine on the basis of visual inspection which components have failed. The second function of status monitoring is to identify signs of an impending failure so that the affected components can be replaced before failure actually causes the system to go down. So this part replacements can be made during the night shift or other time when the process is not operating, with the result that the system experiences no loss of regular operations. And the next function is that error detection or recovery functions. So in the operation of any automated systems, there are hardware malfunctions and unexpected events that occur during operation. So these events can result in costly delays and loss of production until the problem has been corrected and regular operation is restored. Traditionally, Equipment malfunctions are corrected by human workers, perhaps with the aid of maintenance and repair diagnostic subroutine. With the increased use of computer control for manufacturing processes, there is a trend towards using the control computer not only to diagnose the malfunctions but also to automatically take the necessary corrective actions to restore the system to normal operations. The term error detection and recovery is used when the computer performs these functions. What is error detection then? As indicated by the term error detection, the recovery consists of two steps. One is error detection and second is error recovery. Error detection step uses the automated systems, available sensor systems to determine when a deviation or malfunction has occurred, correctly interpret the sensor signals and classify the error. So design of the error detection subsystem must begin with the classification of the possible errors that can occur during system operation. The error is a manufacturing process tend to be very application specific. They must be anticipated in advance in order to select sensors that will enable their detection. In analyzing a given production operation, the possible errors can be classified in one of the three general categories, that is random errors, systematic errors, and aberrations. So random errors occurs as a result of normal stochastic nature of process. So these errors occur when the process is in statistical control, large variation in part dimensions, even when the production process is in statistical control, can cause problems in downstream operations. By detecting these deviations on a part by part basis, corrective actions can be taken in subsequent operations. Systematic errors are those that result from some assignable causes, such as change in raw material properties or a drift in an equipment setting. So these errors usually cause the product to deviate from specifications so as to unacceptable in quality terms. The third type error, aberrations, results from either an equipment failure or human mistakes. So example of equipment failure include fracture of a mechanical shear pin, burst in hydraulic line, rupture of pressure vessel, and sudden failure of cutting tool. Examples of human mistake include error in control program, improper fixture setup, and substitution of wrong raw material. The two main design problems in error detections are to anticipate all of possible errors that can occur in a given process, and to specify the appropriate sensors, systems, and associated interpretive softwares so that the system is capable of recognizing each error. Solving the first problem requires a systematic evaluation of possible under each of the three errors classification. If error has not been anticipated, then the error detection subsystems cannot correctly detect and identify it. Then last is error recovery. Error recovery, it is concerned with applying the necessary corrective actions to overcome the error and bring the system back to the normal operation. The problem of designing an error recovery system focuses on devising appropriate strategies and procedures that will either correct or compensate for the variety of errors that can occur in the process. Generally, a specific recovery strategy and procedure must be designed for each different error. The types of strategies can be classified as make adjustments at the end of current work cycle. When the current work cycle is completed, the part program branches to a corrective action subroutines specifically designed for the error detected, executes the subroutine, and then returns to the work cycle program. So this action reflects a low level of urgency, and it is most commonly associated with random errors in the process. The second is make adjustment during current cycle. In general, it indicates, so error recovery has 4 types. One is make adjustment at the end of the current cycle, make adjustment during current cycle, stop the process to evoke corrective action, stop the process and call for help. So these are 4 strategies. There are 4 strategies of error recovery. In that second strategy, that make adjustment during the current cycle, this generally indicates the higher level of urgency than the preceding type. In this case, the action to correct and compensate for the detected error is initiated as soon as the error is detected. However, it must be possible to accomplish the designated corrective action while the work cycle is still pending executed. The next strategy is stop the process to invoke corrective action. In this case, the deviation or malfunction requires that the execution of the work cycle be suspended during corrective action. It is assumed that the system is capable of automatically recovering from the error without human assistance. At the end of corrective action, the regular work cycle is continued. Stop the process and call for help. In this case, the error requiring stoppage of the process that cannot be resolved through automated recovery procedures. This situation arises because the automated cell is not enabled to correct the problem, or the error cannot be classified into the predefined list of errors. In either case, human assistance is required to correct the problem and restore the system to fully automated operation. Hence, error detection and recovery requires an interrupt system. When an error in the process is sensed and identified, an interrupt in the current program execution is invoked to the branch to appropriate recovery subroutine. So this is done either at the end of the current cycle, type 1, or immediately types 2, 3 and 4. So at the completion of recovery procedure, the program execution revert back to the normal operation. So in this way, so these are some advanced automation functions. We discussed today the safety monitoring, then maintenance and repair diagnostics, and error detection and error recovery systems. So this is very important part in case of automation. So these are some automation functions today we discussed. So if you have any doubt, you can ask your query. You write your doubts and your opinion in comment box. In next lecture, we will discuss the levels of automation. Okay. Till then, we'll stop. Thank you very much.